Chapter 3. Velvet was in the hospital because some bro pushed her down the stairs for being a faunus, the smacking noises of her body hitting the steps and her yelps of pain, sweet music and comedic timing gold. Fox was in the library, happening to fappening the sick bastard furry adult 18+ material contraband featuring Star Fox on the school computers, clearly demonstrating why the school should not fork over big Wi-Fi code to cock-mongering students, and Yatsuhashi was still in the coffee dorm, but he is Japanese, so he couldn't see anything through these perpetually sealed eyelids, as tightly shut as the Great Dome of Atlantis had been before racism happened. Perfect time for Coco to do what any self-respecting good student teenager does in their dorm. Yes, you see, it was time for Coco to vigorously masturbate to Velvet. Coco was gnawing on and licking a gigantic chocolate rabbit that she had stolen from her favorite clothing store, because it was the best Velvet paraphernalia she could lay her hands on, and because everything is a bunch of sexier if it's shoplifting. Yes, Velvet, yes! Coco panted through her stupid cunt mouthful of chocolate shit as she repeatedly thrust the manicured fingers of her left hand that was not holding the chocolate rabbit that she had successfully stolen and smuggled past store security repeatedly into her one purse, the one between her legs that doesn't have a minigun. The moist juices slicked out and greased the floor with a curdling smear odor of muddy onions, but Yatsuhashi didn't notice. No shit going on around here is because his eyes were still shut. Coco's dumb horse sounds grew louder as she accelerated past 55 miles per hour, past the speed limit. Coco took the chocolate rabbit and strapped a double-sided dildo onto it and spread her butt. It hurt so much, but she did it for Velvet. She continued to impale herself on the double-kill false dong and resumed snatching at her snatch. The chocolate bunny started melting under the pressure into Coco's ruined anus, mixing in with Coco's own naturally produced chocolate from the ass factory. Coco continued to thrust and finger herself at a greater rate of fire than her own Gatling gun, traveling at the speed of sound on the bunny, quick as rabbit around. She had herself a situation, unable to perform fornication without any explanation. No time for relaxation. Don't blink, don't think, just go. Sonic, he's on the road, Sonic, he's... And then Coco came. She slowed down, and her temporarily decreased anal passage sent an emergency signal to her bowels, firing a massive storm of shit bullets at the chocolate bunny, turning it into a chocolate pile. Sonic may be number 1, but Coco makes the number 2. Coco's stupid Han Baguette Eiffel Tower French farts and her hoarse, pitiful panting was so loud that Osmond could hear it and stopped crying over Glinda's head to listen to it. But Yatsuhashi didn't notice because her eyes were closed. Coco sighed in satisfaction and non-fedora-induced euphoria, but little did she know that Nora and Ren weren't spying on her and about to burst in and violently dismember her on a whim. Nope! They were instead spying on General Ironwood, who was currently masturbating furiously to photos of Glinda's body parts. Nora jumped out of the ceiling vents and proceeded to violently force herself around Ironwood's cock. Ironwood was completely lacking in consent and called his guards of incompetence to help him. They arrived on the scene, but would not help him. "Sorry, sir, but you are male and she is female. Clearly it isn't right, but she is clear. In fact, you are the man, so that probably means you're the one raping her. And we're going to report you and call the news station, and it just sucks to be you, because everyone will hate you for raping that poor innocent girl," the guard said as Nora happily shoved a knife into Ironwood's armpit and blew up a bunch of other guards with a grenade. The first guard promptly left to tell everyone that Ironwood is a big dick pedophile and made the first page of Tumblr. "I guess this is why they call you Ironwood!" Nora cheered as she forcefully stimulated Ironwood to 9,000 charge, and it fired a grim slaying laser up into Nora's womb, only for it to be reflected by the properties of Nora's satanic cervix back at Ironwood, and as Ironwood overheated and Ironwood exploded into the many vicious bone fragments turned into glass by the superheated semen. Ren had found Roman Torchwick in Ironwood's personal sex slave mini jail cells, so he found the gun cane thing from the weapon confiscation and shoved it into Roman's criminal mastermind ass. Nora then proceeded to force feed Roman his own hat. Nora left and Ren slammed the door shut. With Ironwood dead, nobody would remember the fuck where Rowan was, leaving him helpless and ruined and conquered. Rowan had become Greek. He would sit there and later die of a mixture of gangrene and hat poisoning. Meanwhile, Velvet had recovered, and Coco's momentarily sensual insanity had passed, so she had to hide the evidence. Yatsuhashi's eyes were starting to crack open in anticipation of Velvet's return, so that he could look after her. Velvet is okay on missions because Yatsuhashi looks after her. You know, look after her. They're going to fuck! Or at least that's what Velvet would like, but Yatsuhashi just opens his eyes so he can watch over her. So Coco had to think fast. Coco hauled the massive pile of shit and dumped it into Blake's litter box. To be continued.